Cooking with Emily and James. I'm Emily.
My name is James.
And we're going to be making
Biscuits and gravy.
Step 1. Preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit.
Step 2. Wash your hands. Washing your hands is fun, so you must. And drying them.
Step 3. Combine ingredients. First, we will add flour, which is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, which is already in our bowl. Next, we will add 4 teaspoons of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, which we have in this bowl. Next, we will add 1 teaspoon of sugar. And finally, for this step, we will add 1/3 cup of butter cut into small cubes cold. You may need to use a fork to get it out. The next part of this recipe is mixing all the ingredients together with a fork, which James will be doing right now, and using the fork to mash the butter. Let me show here. By mashing the butter, it creates small pieces, making the biscuit better. So James will be mashing the butter until it creates smaller pieces. Next, we will slowly add in 3/4 cup of milk into this mixture that we have going here. The next part, you are going to flour a surface and then place your mixed dough onto the surface. Then you are going to slightly flatten and knead about 10 times, like this. Next, are you going to slowly pat your dough into a 1-inch thick piece of dough. Next, you're going to take your very fancy biscuit cutter like we have here and cut them into circles. As you can see, we cannot fit any more circles into this piece of dough. So what you're going to do is you are going to gather the dough and then flatten it to your 1-inch piece of dough again. The next step is to place your circular biscuits into your baking sheet evenly. So here you go, James, and place it on the baking sheet. Start in the corner here. Then you're going to space them about this much apart, fitting 3 on this particular baking sheet. The final step of making these biscuits and placing them in the oven and then setting a timer for about 10 to 12 minutes or until they're golden brown. Next, we are going to make the sausage and gravy. First, we're going to take 1 package of breakfast sausage and put it into the pan. Then you're going to break it up. The next step is to add salt and pepper to taste. Now we're making the gravy. We have added 1½ cups of milk to a pot, and also take your favorite gravy package and add it as well. Then you are going to stir until it's completely combined. Now we're going to drain the cooked sausage onto a plate with some paper towel. Next, we're going to add our cooked sausage into our gravy. Now it's time for plating. First, we're going to take one of our finished delicious biscuits. We're going to cut it in half. Then we're going to take our gravy and sausage. So here we are. Now we have our finished plate of biscuits and gravy.
Bon appetit.